Welcome to the Off the Sticks podcast, hosted by yours truly and SMERBYKIRBY. These podcasts
Yeah,
usually
that's right. This is me, this is Kirby, and that's Kippers.
these podcasts usually go up every Sunday at 3 p.m. However, if you notice, this last podcast, our first one ever, had a little bit of trouble uploading it because YouTube has a rule where if you don't have the 2FA thing enabled, or if you don't have over 100 subscribers, you cannot upload a video longer than 15 minutes. So
Yeah, that's right. We got 8 subs. Thank
yeah.
y'all.
So without that though, we had that trouble. Finally got it uploaded on Monday, and so it's been up for, at time of recording, it's been up for 5 days now, and we have, I think, 52 to 54 views on it, which we cannot thank you guys enough. We have 8 subscribers. That's awesome. 50 views on the first podcast. That's honestly,
I don't know how.
that's honestly more than we probably could have even fucking imagined. Like, I was like, what if I upload this and we get like 8 views on it? I was like, 8 views is 8 views, but you know what? Like, to have like that amount of views, and like we're averaging over 10 views a day. That's chef's kiss, fucking gorgeous.
And another thing is, you look up Off the Sticks.
Right.
What's the top 3 you see?
Go search
What's
Off the
top
Sticks
3?
right now on YouTube. Go search Off the Sticks
I
right
want to
now
see what
on
you
YouTube.
guys have in it.
Come back.
Because there's Ludwig, and then we're the third one. Like,
Come back
if
and
that's
leave a
not
comment.
accomplishment-
Leave a comment as to where we were positioned when you searched Off the Sticks in the YouTube browser.
And
Say,
if
like third, fourth,
I want to
fifth.
see this video and then our first video. Like, I want to see like the difference, like which one's getting placed higher.
But we honestly cannot thank you guys enough for the support on the first episode. We saw some comments. We'll have those listed for another podcast that we're going to get into. We already had some topics from the last podcast that we didn't get into because we took so long with it. And these are supposed to go around an hour and 30 minutes, but the first one we went a little bit longer than that, just to like kind of get you guys like introduced to us in the podcast. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. Preston, what you do this week, buddy?
Well, this week I have been doing mainly focusing on like Adobe After Effects and Adobe Photoshop. I want to learn more about the Photoshop side. Photoshop is really tedious and I just need to spend more time on it. I don't know if y'all can tell. I'm still using like other people's stuff. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And I'm trying to get better at it. I really am. But then editing, I think I'm finally like not getting used to it because I think it's a whole beast. But I may have got like a little uppercut into the beast, like with this last edit. I think it ended up being like a good video. It wasn't like perfect. I know I need to edit some stuff. I think I need to like learn more. I'm still watching YouTube videos, but like if you were to go to like Fiverr, I think it is, and pay someone $25, they're like, all right, send me 30-minute clip of like just like raw footage, I guess, or pretty much already edited, except they're gonna add their like preset stuff. Like, oh, you have this one setting that's like the kid or whatever, and then they're just gonna throw it in. It's gonna look like every single video that they ever created, except they like cut it in the way they wanted. But like, I don't know. If I was going to do that, I might as well get Adobe myself, is what I was thinking. So I'm hoping that I'm able to learn and adapt. And pretty much that's been it. Working and then working on myself. Just trying to like conquer this beast. Not alone, but
just step by step.
Little team, yeah.
So
what about you, Alex?
Not much, man. Just focusing kind of where I want to take my YouTube channel and focusing on like this podcast and all that type of stuff. And
elaborate, like, what do you want to do like with your channel? Because we've been talking behind the scenes, but
generally I don't.
Because you're a gaming YouTuber right now, right?
Yeah. So I mainly do all on my channel right now is just gaming stuff. I have a vlog from when I was 13, but it's private. It's nuked, gone. So
yeah, you're not finding that one.
Yeah, never to see the light of day. So I'm not sure really where I want to take my channel at this point. If I want to continue on with strictly gaming, or if I want to move over to like real life challenges and like vlogs and stuff like that. I think I'm personally right now in my life, I'm more interested in doing stuff in real life and like because this is a whole different conversation. But the gaming scene right now, it's so boring. There's 5 games to play, maybe at the most. Like you're waiting for a single player game, but in between those single player games, there's 3, 4, 5 months, or like a good multiplayer game. You know how long it's
And
been.
it's
Like
not even like
we're
waiting on the game. You
playing.
got to worry about copyright strikes. You got to
Yeah,
worry about, oh, this game, it's going to either copyright me or the music in the background is going to
right,
copyright me. It's not just playing the game like it used to be. Like, we got to
right.
worry about Nintendo striking our videos down
Just for
because
playing the game.
we're using Nintendo. Like, it's so repetitive and they know what they're doing. It's
Right,
just so they can get all the revenue they can. It's like, well, YouTubers are making good money. How about we get a cut of it? Why take a cut when you could take the whole pie?
right.
Like it's the most ridiculous thing ever. And I mean, I get what they're going for is money, but like for the small creators, it's really screwing up everyone. I mean, I haven't
Yeah,
really talked to any other creators except for you, but like
yeah,
in my opinion, the gaming scene is getting a little not even saturated. You go and look up a YouTube video, like all I can see is shorts now.
mm-hmm.
Like I don't know if like the algorithm is just pushing shorts. I I
It
literally tried to go
definitely
find
is.
a live stream of like different videos or like different type
Right,
of content and all that. I found one that was like decent. The rest were like very bad mics, very bad keyboards, very like bland stuff. I'm not saying the stuff we do is the best, but like we're
right,
interacting with them. Like I went and commented on these people's things, and then it's either they're not doing anything and it's just a camera of them just doing nothing,
right,
or like not to judge, but they're like 6 year old. And I think there's a problem with like PlayStation having that like live stream button. It just makes it so saturated now that like you could go up, push one button, and then boom, it's live streaming,
well,
which
Xbox
is
has it
nice.
as well.
Yeah, and it's a nice thing and it's a bad thing because like if you're wanting to get into it, like it is motivation. Like, hey,
It's
I
a
can
great tool.
easily get started. Yeah,
Yeah,
and like I can watch it on my phone. Like we did that a couple years ago, and
yeah,
it was decent, but it's now you really have to be a step over that. And for them to do that, for the people that are trying to do a step over, YouTube's like clashing with each other.
right,
We're having this problem with like A and B, but like A's better, of course, but like B, there's 12 videos of B versus one A that takes 6 hours versus the one guy that took a click of a button.
right. Yeah,
So we're all struggling here. I
and
mean,
that's
of
that's
course
kind
they
of
want to grow.
yeah, that's kind of where I'm trying to take like back to my channel thing is like I'm like I see that right, and it's just like I upload or I do a stream and it gets like 40 views, right? 20 to 40 views. I put one short out. I've put one short out on my channel and I haven't checked it in a couple weeks, but in 2 days it had 144 views. Like it shows you that they're pushing shorts so much more. So with the gaming, it's kind of like it is such an oversaturated market right now where it's like not only are the games boring and getting stale because it's the same trope. There's 3 types of games. There's a survival game, there's a shooter type of game, and then there's single player games. And those are generally the type of like the field of games that there's out right now. And it's
That
it's
be
to
you're
this
getting
point
bored of all the games
pretty much
because
because we're playing Minecraft's an amazing game, don't get me wrong, but like we're playing Minecraft, right? The game that came out in 2010, we're playing Minecraft, or 2009, whenever it came out, we're playing Minecraft. In 2023, Minecraft is
Minecraft, yeah,
we're not the only people playing Minecraft though. There's huge
they
streamers that
were
are
a
playing,
speedy
yeah, right, huge streamers, huge YouTubers that are playing Minecraft, and that
Thanos crew.
their sole like revenue is almost coming off of like Among Us or Minecraft or like something around those lines. Like
That's all the big
Among Us
YouTubers now.
is technically new in the term of games that are out right now, because there's Apex Legends that has a huge following, Tarkov that's been around forever that has a huge following, Call of Duty that's been around. Generally, they come out with new games every year, but it's the same shit. Let's be honest, it's the same shit every single year, and everybody knows that. So you have these games that just fall into the same fucking category, and it's not that they're boring, but it's like we're running out of stuff to like play and to do. So it's like I'm not gonna ever stop playing video games or stop streaming video games or anything like that. But it's more so like for my channel, I like personally and for my channel wise, I'm more interested in doing like real life stuff like challenges or vlogs or like going and exploring and like recording the adventure along the way. Like there's so many times where I got hacked. Like when I got Hagrid, for instance, a couple months ago, he was like this big. He's a little 8-month-old puppy. Now he's fucking massive. And I wanted to do a vlog essentially of me, because I got off work, I bought all the stuff for him. Like, if you guys don't know, I used to work third shift at Walmart, right? So I got off work and I went and bought all the stuff for him. I didn't sleep at all, and we drove like 2.5 hours away to fucking Manhattan, and I went and got this Alaskan Malamute, and I named him Haggard, and he's just this most adorable little guy. And I wanted to record the video, right? But I was like, this doesn't fit with my channel, essentially. This doesn't mesh with me being edgy and playing video games and all that stuff. And I realized, like, with that and with planning a camping trip we have a camping trip that we're planning with all the boys, and well, knowing how the podcast goes, we're likely to never see it. However, the not just the podcast, but like gaming sessions in general, it's so hard to get a group together to actually like commit to playing the game, like at a specific time. But that's besides the point. But like, so I've realized while looking at like this more real life stuff, how much more interested I am in that, and how much more like fun those type of videos could be as compared to me sitting down for 4 hours playing a video game that a niche amount of people are going to want to watch, really, in the end. Because a video game, only a certain amount of people are interested in watching a video game, and then a certain amount of people are interested in watching that specific video game. So like it's a broad market, right? It's like everybody in the world, people that are interested in watching video games, boom. People that are interested in watching that specific video game, boom. And then people that are specific or like interested in watching you specifically, right? Boom. You have this niche little market with that video game, right? As opposed to the market where people like to see, trips and vacations and stuff that maybe they can't do because of a physical thing, or like they can't do because they don't have friends like that could set up something like that, or they don't have the money, or whatever it may be to do that type of thing. Like they love watching.
They don't want to like come to Kansas. Like,
right. It's not even that. It's not
where,
even with Kansas though. It's more essentially like a vibe that people get like from those vlogs. Like if you watch like a David Dobrik vlog where he had like back in the day where he had all his friends, like they were just like a 3-4 minute vlog, and he had all his friends, and he went over to his friend's house and they looked like they were having like the best time, right? And it's the vibe essentially of those vlogs that made people like love those things, and it's the vibe of Mr. Beast videos where that make people gravitate towards those. And so like while video games will always be like a huge part of myself and like my channel originally, I think I'm specifically more interested at this point in kind of branching out and trying to do these in real life things just to see how they work out. Because like there's so many things that I could record, like me going out with Wesley on a weekend, right? Like it's hilarious. It's hilarious content. We get into just crazy shenanigans. It's funny. And people that maybe are too scared to go out or don't have friends to go out with, or maybe are too old to go out with now, or just can't go out, they could watch those videos and find like enjoyment in that, opposed to anybody can sit down and play a video game. If you have the money, you can sit down and play the video game. You know what I mean? Anybody can do that.
if you don't, then you can watch it, but like
Right, exactly.
these
And then
YouTubers.
it breaks down into that little niche market of who people want to watch for you. So that's kind of like where my idea with the channel was, and where it's going to head, kind of essentially. But I'm just,
I think it's all about adapting. I mean, we're still small, like up until like I
Yeah.
feel like 10,000. We can really do anything we want. That's the bright side about being
Yeah.
a small YouTuber. Like being a small YouTuber, we have the power to jump here, jump there, jump here, jump there, because like we don't
Right.
have a community. At the same time, being a small YouTuber, we don't have that community. Like we don't have the support. We could spend 12 hours making the best video, and with the little people that just throw random stuff up, like, oh, here's my plant, watch it grow.
Right.
You're gonna be up with that, and like I think creators need to work on themselves better, and I think YouTube needs to work on themselves. Like YouTube is just right now worried about AdSense. I mean, I get it, but they are the number one AdSense company in the world. Like, there's nothing paying more than YouTube, and like, there's YouTubers right now that are just like, I don't need your paycheck because I want to create what I want to
It's
make.
not even YouTubers like it's not even like YouTube is the biggest AdSense though, because it is. It's like it's people that come onto YouTube and then they can donate too as well. So like you might get somebody who comes into
Or
your
buy
stream
merch and
and you might make like, sorry, my bad, my eye itches. I got a little bit of hair in it. Um, but
yeah, that's hacker there.
no, it's fucking my long ass hair that I need to get cut. Um, so you have these like donators that'll come in. Let's say you make like a couple thousand off of a stream or a couple hundred, whatever it is, even like $40 off the stream. You could have a couple donators come in, $20, $20, $20, $20, $5, $5, $5, dollar 50, dollar 50, $3, $3, $3. Just repeat it on and on and on, and you could rack up because all of that money is going to you. So you could rack up a lot of money, right? And so like it's it's more so like so behind the scenes, we already recorded this pod. Well, we thought we recorded this podcast one time, but
Yeah,
I
get
double
into
hit
that. Get
I
into
double hit
that. I'm
record,
ready.
right? And so going back into what we were
Yeah,
like
that's right.
saying in the
No, 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 no. He's playing it off. He double hit record. We got an hour into a deep
48,
conversation.
48 minutes, okay, bud.
There ain't no proof. I'm gonna call it 3 hours. Man, we recorded for 3 hours. This fool didn't even push record.
No, we started at like 8:46 or some shit, and by the
We
time I
started at
stopped it,
2 in the morning, and at 2 p.m., we're like, all
no,
right, that should be a bomb podcast. And
it's
look what you did.
it's 11 o'clock right now. Don't let them fool you. Um, but
Hey, it's
so
Saturday night.
like back onto that thing is just like it's so fucking insane right now with the terms of like YouTube being the only platform that you can kind of like make these types of videos on, right? TikTok is short. Fucking Twitter might have a thing coming up. Nobody really knows
But
what that's going on.
Twitter uses YouTube. Like
Well,
you
Twitter,
go
the
onto
thing is,
Twitter, you leave Twitter to go to
Elon Musk
YouTube.
wants to put a thing where you can pay for Twitter Blue to upload longer videos and then you can monetize those videos. That's what he wants to do. So he wants to kind of rival YouTube in that sense, right? Which
But Twitter is
we don't know how that's going to go, right? We don't know how that's going to
right
go.
now.
Yeah,
We'll see. Well,
it's falling
I'm
apart right
watching.
now.
I'm like in the background just watching.
But then
Twitter.
Twitch, like we were saying earlier,
Like
it
trash.
just is trash. It's awful. Like I can't even jokingly call you a virgin. Like you're not a virgin, but I can't even jokingly call you that. And like me being a white dude, I can't even call myself a fucking honky. You know what I mean? Like it's to that point where it's like
And that's
censorship
big
is
streamers. It's not just
yeah,
like small streamers. It's
yeah,
like people bringing them like
banned,
what do they
instantly
get?
banned.
Like 50,000
Yeah.
viewers consecutively. We're not talking like how much does the Super Bowl bring in? Like these
Oh,
people are
the Super Bowl brings in so much fucking so
but
many.
like these people do it every day. If not, like they're pretty
Yeah.
much bringing in. Can you imagine 50,000 people being in a town just to see you? Like that's a crazy thought. Like every time
Right.
they put that in perspective, like that's the thing. Like when you think about viewers, like you got 40 views or 1,000 views. You know how hard it would be to fill up a stadium with 1,000 people?
Not that
Like,
hard. Not that hard, Preston. Do you know how big stadiums are? If we're talking like the fucking venue that we went to for Theo, 1,000 people, like that would be packed.
Yeah, for
But like,
Theo, but
if you're
like
no,
how us?
I'm talking like if you're talking a stadium, bro. Like we could probably fit 1,000 people in like mini me. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
But
like,
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like 1,000 people watching you. Like
no,
you're
I
doing the
know,
stand up like Theo. Like
right?
you just filled up that area.
No,
You did that.
I get what I get what you're saying. I'm just saying like you said a stadium, and I was like, bruh, like if you go to K State, I think K State has like 64,000 people that can fit inside of it.
Oh, and they're getting like consecutively viewers of that.
Right.
64 that you go to these towns, like they might not even have a full stadium. And
I
they're
don't.
playing
That might
like
be
every
Arrowhead
other
actually.
week.
Might be Arrowhead. I was thinking of. I think K State's like
Yeah.
around 24, 32,
Yeah,
something
I
like
was
that.
thinking, I was like, that seems like a lot, but I don't know. But like, it's just crazy. Like YouTubers and like
Right.
these type of influencers are able to like have this following.
Right. Like Pat McAfee. I watch. He has a Pat McAfee has a daily show, Monday through Friday, and like I've been a member in the chat for like over 2.5 years now, and like since he got memberships on the channel, like I was a member, and like it just I don't know. I really enjoy Pat McAfee and his like and the team around him, like Boston Connor and Ty and Tone. He's one of my favorites, Tone Diggs. But so he consecutively has like 34,000 to like 65,000 fucking views a day, Monday
Oh
through
man,
Friday, 12 to 3 Eastern time,
a
just
day.
consecutively. Now imagine like that's I understand what you're saying, but like imagine that even like and personified into like real life. You know what I mean? Like if you took every single person that was watching and fucking just put them boom into a place together and then did a live show like that, wild.
Bro, that
Wild.
would be like impossible.
Yeah.
Like it's unreal what people are doing, which is cool. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like
But
I don't see myself doing that anytime soon. I just my goal in life right now, like this kind of portrays to one of our questions,
yeah.
is just I think everyone should just work on themselves. Like not like I mean, if you want to work out, work out. If you want to do something, just do it. If you want to do real life content, do it. Like,
Right.
there's no one stopping you.
Right.
You're only this age once. Tomorrow,
Right.
you're gonna be thinking about yesterday, and like you're gonna be like, why did I do this?
Yeah,
Why did I
exactly.
spend so much time watching YouTube video? I don't remember anything I said on YouTube. Nothing. I mean, watched on YouTube. But
Yeah.
like, if you go and like edit one of your videos, you can really learn something about yourself. You're like, wow,
Right.
did I really just say that? Did I really like?
Do I really laugh like that? Like, you know what I mean?
Well, not even like the like cringe part about it, but like the part where like you say something like um inspiring.
Right.
Like, did did I just say like that's I'm trying to think about the word. That's like you're becoming your own fan almost. Like, bro, like what if I could do that every single minute of the day?
Right. It's like an affirmation, like a self reflection almost. Like it's like
And
you
then
kind
of
of
course you're gonna find yourself having cringy moments.
right, but that's in everybody. If you go back and watch your day, you're gonna cringe every single time. If you go back and if you had a camera on you every single day and you went back and watched it, you're gonna
Oh
cringe a
yeah, you're
bunch.
cringe. You're like, why did I say that? I think about that all the time. Like, why did I say this to them? Why did I say this to that?
Right.
And I think it's just one of those things. Like everyone needs to have a goal in their life, and like, don't if you don't reach your goal, no one. The goals are there just to look at and like strive for. You're not going to reach your goal all the time, but like, you want to lose some weight, try to lose some weight. You want to gain subs, try to gain some subs. If you want to go to
Right.
school, just go back to school. Like, the only
Right.
one stopping you is here. You'll have family, you'll have friends, you'll have strangers telling you can't do this or like
Right.
the government telling you like, hey, you don't have any money, or anyone's going to tell you you can't do this. The only one that's going to tell you you can is your brain, and
Right.
like you just have to find that motivation. And I understand it can be hard. I work 13 hours a day. Like I try my hardest to get like motivated to do more stuff. I sometimes I get home and just fall asleep,
Right.
and like I think about it the next day. I'm like, if I would just like strive just to go edit for 10 more minutes, 10
Right.
minutes at all.
If I would have just
Like,
chose to sat down in the chair instead of laying on the couch, like
yeah. Or like if I just would have chose like, hey, I have weights at the house, or hey, I could have done some pull-ups. You don't even have to go to the gym.
Right.
Like it portrays to anything you want to do.
Yeah,
Oh,
just
you
keep
want
your
to become a
yeah.
firefighter? Oh, you want to become any of these things? Study for it.
It
Like
and that really
adapt to that lifestyle.
that also goes into that another question that we had. Pretty smooth transitioning here. Can't fucking speak. Da-da-da-da. Um, so essentially, like what that question was like, can anyone be a YouTuber? You know, and it's just like you're gonna have to deal with the people telling you that you can't do it. This is crazy. That you're fucking weird for even trying. Like you're gonna have to deal with that. And so like anyone can
And you
make
will.
a
You will.
yeah. Well, some people can't though, Preston. Some people literally can't. Like you you got to realize like if you're going to be a YouTuber, if you're going to be somebody in the spotlight, there's going to be people even on your best days, even when you feel like you can't do and you haven't done anything wrong, there's going to be somebody that comes at you for no reason, but they're going to come at you. And there's going to be multiple people and your fans are there every day, but those people are there in the moments like they're very loud. So it's like while you anybody can make a YouTube channel and anybody can upload and anybody can do the stuff, it's like not everybody is going to be able to like be able to handle it really and like understand that like these people are just angry at something else going on in their lives. Like it's even if it is personal and they hate me as a person, like I don't fucking know them, so it's beyond me and it's out of my control, honestly. And it's like
I don't think it's hate. I think it's sense of jealousy. Like
it's I mean
I
it's not even
don't
that
really
because like you got to think about like people genuinely dislike Logan Paul. People genuinely dislike KSI and like everybody like that. There's just some people that genuinely just dislike people, and it's because maybe they did something that they don't like or like whatever the case may be. It's like
what if your family is like not your family? What if like your friends and family,
right.
like your strangers, are the ones saying it, like, "Hey, you can't do this."
Well, it's up to you. It's up to you whether you're going to listen to them and if their criticism is genuine or if you're going to bet on yourself because their criticism could be very genuine. And most people, if they're telling you something like that and they're very close to you, they, it's in their brain what they want is the quote unquote best for you. It's a sense of like, you have to fit into this pattern and like everybody around here did the same thing. So you should probably do the same thing. And it's a sense of just being able to bet on yourself and like have something that's genuine and something you care about and something that is like good. You know what I mean? Like if you come out and you're missing chords on every fucking guitar strum but you want to be a pro guitar player, you're going to need a lot more practice. You're not just going to be a pro guitar player because you say you want to be one. You know what I mean?
You
Like
gotta spend hours of
and
your day.
that was something that we were talking about last night, which I really wanted to save the conversation for the podcast, but we kind of just kept going on it, which is like if somebody came up to you and was like, "Do you want this?" Like, if I gave you the same amount of money that you're working for right now, but you never have to go to work again, would you go to work? And you were like, "I would just take the money." You know what I mean? Like, if somebody
If
were to
like
like,
if I was doing like YouTube,
right, and
like if I
that was
could
my
go
question.
strive to go do something else, like I would do it
And
because
that was like my question that I had was like, if you fucking if someone were to be able to come up to you and offer you money to not be able to do your job anymore, and you would take that money and like just do nothing, just like, you could, if you were a teacher, you could never teach again, but they would pay you the same teacher's salary. You don't really want to be a fucking teacher. You don't really want to. If someone were to come up
yeah,
to me and say, you can't make videos, you can't make any type of content, no music, anything, and we'll pay you a couple $1 million, I'd be like, fuck that. Fuck that.
yeah.
Like
I wanted
I want to make content because this is what I want to do. And my example last night was the NFL, right? Like people play in the NFL because not only because it offers you millions of dollars and fame and your family can get set, but it's because it's the sole purpose of playing football. You want to play football at the highest level against the best competitors. You want to play football. You want to be the best. And it's the people that get into the NFL and just want to be the millionaires, they never really win a ring. And if they do, they're not a major contributor. They're not a major player on the team. The players
I
that
mean,
want to be
just look at
great,
Tyreek Hill. I think like that's a big example. Like he had a good like opportunity of like continually going to the Super Bowl. Like
Well,
the Chiefs, I
they
mean, like
traded him. That's the difference though, because they
because he
traded him
wanted too
away.
much money.
Yeah. Well, the thing is like the NFL is also a business though, because he went to Miami this year and he scored a shit ton of touchdowns, caught a shit ton of balls, and had a receiver next to him that took the pressure off him instead of just Travis Kelce, right? So it was a trade off, and Mike McDaniel's a good coach, and they went to the playoffs and they almost went to the playoffs, one of the two. I think they almost went to the playoffs,
Yeah, I didn't think they did.
and so like no, they did because they started Skylar Thompson. They started Skylar Thompson in their game, I believe so. And so, which is the quarterback, used to be a quarterback for K State. He
Oh, that's cool.
he started the game for Mike McDaniel, which used to be on the 49ers, and this like it's he has an opportunity to win a ring there. Now, if he would have went to the Houston Texans because they offered him, you know, a shit ton of money, then that I understand that's not you chasing a ring. That's not you wanting to win. That's you wanting money.
All money, yeah.
Yeah. He went to a team where he thought he could win. The
And that paid him a lot of money.
Right, like Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is a perfect example. He wanted to play basketball at the highest level with the best players, and he wanted a ring. He didn't care if he couldn't be like the highest paid player on the team. He didn't care. He wanted a ring. And so that's why he joined the Golden State Warriors, right? That's why he left OKC and went to the
Bro,
Golden State
that
Warriors.
was that year was crazy for basketball. Like,
Right.
I don't even like basketball, but I knew about it just because like
Right.
that team was stacked.
And so like it's a point of if someone were to be able to offer you money and say you could never bake again, you could never create content again, you could never play football again, and you would take that money, you're not really in it for like you're not really in it for your passion. That's not what you actually want to be able to do. So like if you're a teacher, if you're you know a truck driver, whatever you are, like if someone were to come up to you and say you never got to work again, but I'll pay you the same salary, and you would take it, it's like, do you really want to spend your entire life doing that? A job that if somebody were to pay you to say you never have to do it again, would take it? Like it it makes you kind of put into perspective like you're not really wasting your time because bills do have to be paid, things do have to get done, but like
You're wasting your like youth.
yeah, your specific time that you have on this planet because nobody knows. You could get in a car wreck, you could die
Time
whenever.
is so short. You could die
Yeah.
tomorrow, or like you could die in 60
Right.
years. But if you didn't make it anywhere, if you're like
Right.
still
And if
working
you
at the same place
and
and they're getting paid the
it's not
same
like we're
amount,
saying go out and quit your fucking job. We're not saying that because things need to get done. You need to fucking pay your bills. But at the same time, you
strive for
every day you
doing
wake up,
better.
you get closer to your death. That's just a fact. Nobody that you wake up when you wake up the next day, you're not getting any younger. You're getting 100% closer to your death. You're just going at an accelerated pace, and who knows, you could not wake up that next morning. So it's if you have an idea, if you have something that you just want to fucking strive on, and you believe, like if you believe, you don't even necessarily want it to take off and make money from it, or if you do, like take that opportunity and fucking go push it out. Push it out
Instead of
as
motivation,
to the
yeah.
very best that you can, and just let the world know that this is you. Because there's so many people that are just like frustrated with their lives because they hate their jobs, they have no outlet, like, and they're just depressed. They come home from their work and they sit down and they eat their dinner and they watch their show and then they go to bed, and that's all they do. That's all they ever do. And it's like
They're not striving for anything different.
exactly, and that's to me. Maybe they're okay with that, and that's fine if they're okay with that. But to me, that is such a sad way to live a life. Is just to not like go out and explore these things and to have passions and outlets and things that you want to pursue. To me, it's so sad just to sit in a house confined and just to like watch and just like do nothing with your life essentially. And so like I don't know, man. It's just kind of like this weird like
Happy medium.
yeah, it's like this weird
just
happy
living
medium.
life,
Like
man.
you kind of gotta
Just do what
fucking
you want.
bet on your like yeah, you gotta kind of bet on yourself, but take care of your shit and like take constructive criticism. Like because not everybody is gonna say that it's great because everybody has their own specific opinions and tastes. And it's kind of like filtering out the good from the bad, and like what, you deep down know what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing. And so like essentially, like if you
Should you
have
take this
somebody,
nap or should you go study?
right,
Should you take
and
this
if
nap
you
or should you go do whatever you want to do?
and if you
Like
have somebody close in your
at
life,
the
if you
time.
if you make like a painting or a song or upload a video and somebody's like, it was all right, but you could have done this and this better, or if they're just like, nah, that shit's whack, be like, why was it whack? And you're just like, it was just whack. Like that's
Let
how
us
you
the help.
that's how you
Like
know
you
the
gotta
difference. That's how you know the difference, because somebody will be like, it was all right, bro, but I think like right here you could have edited in, or you could have like made this color
edit this
different.
color.
Yeah, right. And it's just like you need to be able to filter out those people, and like even like so a great hold on, let me take a drink here because my throat's getting a little bit dry. So
And I also want to know your goals in life, man. Like we
right,
kind of like I told my goals, but like
I'll hit you with those. I'll hit you with those here in a sec. But
I just want you to remember that. I want to know.
um, like Rand Carthon is a great example. He was an executive for the 49ers, and he just became the general manager of the Tennessee Titans. He told his wife 13 years ago when they were in college together, his then girlfriend, that he was going to be a general manager one day in the NFL. She said that she almost broke up with him because she never heard somebody talk so silly. She never heard somebody have such insane aspirations. Fast forward, he's an executive president or something like that for the 49ers, and then he goes and he's a GM now for the Tennessee Titans. 13 years go by, and he's
13
done it.
years is not long.
13
I'm
years go
realizing
by,
that.
and he has done it. So you could try for 10 years. You could try 10 times, and on your 11th try, you could get it. I'm not saying you will, but you could get it on your 11th try. So it's like,
But think about it. 10 years, 365 days, like
yeah,
per year. Like if you upload a video, no one's going to do that. But if you did that every single day, that's a lot of tries. That's a lot of failures. That's a lot of time you got to
but
put into it.
every
Like he
single
perfected
failure,
the craft. Yeah.
every single failure is a lesson, because if you put anything on the internet, we'll just speak in internet terms just to narrow it down and put it in layman's terms or whatever, is you upload something. So you do 365 days, upload one thing every single day. Well, guess what? Your first month and a half, your first 2 months, 3 months, fourth of the year, you can look at that and say, well, this got more views than that got more views than this didn't get any views. So then you can start to see the process and eliminate the things that don't get any views and accentuate on the things that do get the views, and like, like kind of put your
I think what
little own
helps
spin
most
on it.
is like having a community, like
Right.
a group of four.
So
Like Mr.
for
Beast says, like, okay, one person, he makes a mistake. He has to go and
right,
watch that one video 3 months ago. Four people make the same video, except edit it a little different each time. One
right,
person goes viral on that one video. The other three are his buddies. He can tell what he did different, or they can like see what they did different, and then
right.
they can all grow together. But when it's just one person, you're not going anywhere. I mean,
Yeah.
you'll go, but it's just gonna be a consecutive like
Well, even
wave.
as one person, back to kind of what I was saying though, like even as one person, if you do, let's say, like back to the every failure is a lesson.
It's
You
every day, bro.
you fucking look at all your videos that you uploaded for that 3 months, and you see what did better, right? And you filter out what did better from the worst and what didn't perform at all. And so you get to that point where you will eventually start to see what does better and better and better. Like for example, my channel specifically, anytime I upload a Skyrim video, over 60 views. Over 60 views on my Skyrim episodes.
Yeah.
People eat that shit up. People love it. And so it's like you can kind of see, like, I don't want to just transition only into a Skyrim channel, but you can kind of see the patterns
Like,
in
what is
things.
it about the Skyrim
God
videos? Is
of
it the
God, yeah,
name, or is it the
I don't know.
what you did in it? Like,
Right,
that's what
exactly.
like
And
we gotta spend more time doing
right.
and
And
learning.
so like cuz God of War was like a top game that came out. But there's so many people playing it that like my streams got like 13, 23, 26, 10, 8 views, right? And I played through the whole game. But then I play Skyrim, and it's like I have 4 parts on Skyrim, and it's just views, 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 views. And I think it's because it's an old game that people are interested in that, kind of is like nobody is doing like a new playthrough of it, like a new and sticking to it, like a new genuine playthrough. And so like I know I fell off with that because like there's new things that came out, but like they're not all that great. But I just haven't like got back into it essentially because it's just like Skyrim's such a game that it's a game that like it's so like heavy to pick up, and like once you mod it all like and do all the crazy stuff to it, it's such a heavy game to like continue on to play.
Oh, it's kind of like I like Zelda, Breath of the Wild.
Yeah,
It's such a deep game. Like
yeah,
you get into it. If you set that shit down, if you
it's
like
hard to pick it back
take a
up.
month away,
Yeah,
bro, you gotta travel. Like you don't remember these things,
yeah, and well, I
and
think
it's
that's a
just
lot of
hard.
games. I think there's a
Yeah,
lot of games, especially like
like
now
RPG games,
with Call of
especially.
Duty or even like a shooter game because now they have balancing and they changed the meta and everything like that. So like it's just it's like if you put down a fucking put the cookie down. If you put down the game
Get
like
the chapa.
for any extended period of time, you're gonna get shafted when you come back to the game. That's just how it is.
Yeah,
Um,
especially with like kind of like YouTube, but like
yeah,
kids, it takes us work to like be that good at a video game now. Like my brother, I used to be the best Call of Duty player, like in my little doomsday area.
yeah,
Like I haven't played Call of Duty in a lot of years. Like it's pretty much since Ghost.
like
And like
actively played it and
yeah,
tried. Yeah,
but like if you just spend like a couple months playing it, you're gonna be good at it. Like
yeah,
you
you're gonna at
learn the
least get a
maps.
little bit better.
I think what it is I love Black Ops 2. I learned the spawns. I
Yeah,
learned the curves of all the maps. I learned where to shoot, where to aim. But if you're just walking into a game for the first time or for the first month, you're
yeah,
still new to that game. You turn that corner, the dude behind you is like, bro, I've been watching you for a mile now. Like, you done messed up.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's just gaming as a whole. I feel like is kind of now it's if you put any game down, it's so hard to pick it back up and just to continue on with it. But I think that I don't. I just feel like that like YouTube has this thing right now, especially against gaming, where oh fuck, sorry, where
Especially with their AdSense, like they're scared or something.
yeah,
Something's going on.
they're not really into people uploading video games, really. Like
I mean, you go look up a video. Of course, the top people are gonna be
for
making
adults
it.
though.
Yeah. Oh, it's all just for.
Yeah,
And I wanted to say this earlier, but I wanted you to finish your point. I think with him doing all this, with all the AdSense, it's making it all into the same type of video.
right.
It's making it like you used to have trolling. You used to have so many like an onion of a video game, one video game, and there's how many video games are there? But now it's just like instead of an onion, it's an apple.
Yeah,
You're gonna buy into it, and it's just gonna be the same
it's a
shit. But
fucking apple.
it's
Yeah,
good, but the game's there anyways.
right.
Like, but they're making it like where you have to stay in this way. That's why I agree. Like, if they're gonna do something like that, keep it on the kids' side.
Yeah,
Like,
like
I
there's a
get like
reason why
that's what it's
YouTube
here.
Kids is a fucking platform.
Like, keep them over there. Like, I feel
Yeah,
like I don't know. You go into the real world, they don't talk like this. Like,
yeah,
I used to work construction. You telling me people are freaking woke? I drive trucks now. You telling me people are woke? Like they're gonna say what's on their mind, and that's okay.
yeah.
Like it's this whole like people up at the very top, like
It's not even
oh,
people saying what's on their mind and being woke. It's more
it's
like
just joking.
yeah, it's just like even if you want to make a fucking joke, man, it's so sacrilegious to even fucking joke about something that is just like You're
And now
not.
GTA is over the line. It's like
You're not
we
hurting
always do
anybody
GTA,
besides their
yeah.
fucking feelings. Like if you make a joke or like even we'll get into this because it's a little bit ticky tack and we can maybe farm some views off of this. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Um, I just with Hogwarts Legacy, right? There's a whole thing about J.K. Rowling and her views, which okay, I don't believe in her views. I don't agree with 90% of what the famous people that I like their stuff. I don't agree with what they believe in, dude. But but the
But
source material has nothing to do with her personal beliefs.
yeah, you fell in love
It's
with
a fucking
a show or
fictional
movie.
world. It's a fictional world with Hogwarts Legacy. And going into her thing, like with her being transphobic, you can be transgender in the game. You can be transgender in the game. So to say that somebody who buys that game it would were to be transphobic or to dislike trans people or this, that, the third, you can be transgender in the game. So if you're allowed to be that in the game and like support that in the game, what you know what I mean? Like what's essentially like the issue here? Like along the lines of Hogwarts Legacy, like I get what she said was wrong and what she liked on Twitter, like anything, anything. It's all subject to your personal beliefs and like
And how
I
many people help make
right. And
a game?
she wasn't sitting there writing the story for the game. It was 1,000. There's probably 1,000 people that have worked on that game, and she wasn't
You're gonna
sitting
shit
there
on it because the person that
writing the
created
story.
it.
Right. And they've already said they don't agree with her. They've already like try to distance as much as they can. Like
But
they're
people love
they're
the
fans of the
book.
world. They're fan of the you're
Yeah.
right. They're fans of the books, the movies, whatever it may be. And it's just like Mark Hamill, he's said some transphobic things, but people still love Star Wars. People still watch Star Wars. People like Luke Skywalker
It's
is
never gonna change. Like
right,
even that type of community is gonna be like, bro, I love Star Wars. Like, why would I change the way I love? Because some random dude that I don't even know of that may have
right.
made this thing that I like, but like
Hurt somebody else's feelings. Like
I'm watching this for my entertainment.
the thing
And
is, I feel
ultimately,
like people are taking their feelings so like not a personal thing because feelings are personal, but it's more like people are treating their feelings as if it's a physical thing, as if somebody walked up to you and just said bah and smacked you in the fucking mouth, or somebody came up to you and slashed your tires or threw your TV on the ground. They treat their feelings as that. So like if they dislike a joke anymore, it's not like they're just going to turn off the channel. If they dislike what you're doing or dislike a joke, they're going to send you angry tweets. They're going to get all of their friends to send you angry tweets.
we
They're going to just try to like bombard you or cancel you or do any of these things, right? So it's more like kind of like people's feelings, like they're letting their feelings get overrule their actual judgment of things. And like
just
this
take
is
what they said 12 years ago. Like, I don't
yeah.
care what anyone says right now. It's 12 years ago. People were crazy, man. I'm so glad I got to see it, honestly. Like 12 years ago was fun.
It's wild to think. Yeah, exactly. It's hilarious
It was
to
fucking
look
amazing.
back and think about how wild shit was, and then like what? Honestly, people, what would you rather have? This is really deep to go into, but what would you rather have? Would you rather have the craziness of today's world and people being afraid to say stuff and like mass shootings everywhere, or would you rather have the world where that was 1 in a million chance of happening and people were literally just saying whatever they wanted? I'm not saying that's the perfect trade-off and you have to have like you have to have one or the other, but like that's essentially what the world was. Like people were not afraid to go to Walmart to go out to the club or like anything like that
Have their
back in the
kids
day, or have
ride
their
their
kids go
bikes
to
to school.
right or go to school, anything like that. Like there was a couple where people were like, "Oh fuck!" Like there was a couple things, but it was not a massive thing that is taken over. And I get it's the media. The media has like
But
you're able to
also,
see
you see
something
what the
like,
TV shows they be putting out?
yeah,
Like the media be posting some bad stuff. Like the Jeffrey Dahmer. Why are we gonna platform these people? Poor families that had to deal with this and
right,
get their names through the
right,
mud.
right.
Like the school. I keep getting these ads about a school shooting, like
Exactly.
a
And so like
movie or a show. I'm like,
that's
who
the thing
wants
is
this?
like that the
This is
media
sad.
is so reachable nowadays. Like instead of something that would take you like 2-3 days to notice or 2-3 days to hear or like a couple hours to hear, you're getting a notification about it on your fucking phone. Like
Just for every video.
and
Every video is
I'm
something
not
different.
saying somebody should turn a like you guys should turn a blind eye to this stuff because it's awful. But I'm saying like it seems like it's happening so much more now because we have it so readily available to us. But I also
Every second of the day.
don't believe that this was the case a couple years ago. I really do not like not couple but like 10 to like 15 years ago. I sound like such an old man to say this. We sound like old people now. I'm
Bro,
22 and
that's all I think about.
that's
It's
disgusting
like,
that I can
bro,
say that.
every time I think that, like, oh, back in my day, we're like,
Yes, but like 10 to 15 years
they
ago,
make it
this was
so
not the
easy.
case. This was not the case. And it's
And
just
it's
like
how, like, 10 years from now, are they going to be like, I can't believe what they said, like, 10
on
years
Off
ago?
the
Or, like,
Stick. I can't believe what they said on the Off the Sticks podcast, and me and you are going to be in a fucking mansion in LA or somewhere, and I'm going to be overdosed in the
but you
bathtub.
can't. Whoa. Or, like, can you imagine? So, 10 years in the future, what they're going to think about from 2012?
Yeah,
Like that stuff's still gonna be live in this world. Like they're gonna be
right.
watching it, be like, bro,
It's
what?
so
Like
it's
it's gonna be
crazy to
like,
think that we lived at the turn of the century, right? So people are going to view our existence how we view the people in the 1920s, the 1930s.
yeah, 1920s,
Yeah.
not like 1980s, in
Yeah.
1920s. Like
Yeah.
people
That's how people are going to view us in 100 years.
like 19 like 60s, I guess, like because that's like
It's
really what we're
wild
seeing. They're
if we're
like,
around
man,
in 100 years.
yeah.
But
I just think
like
it's so crazy.
because in
Like,
100 years we could be on fucking Mars, bro. Like we could be on a whole different planet and we could be a whole like legendary species that fucking they only like know about from, hologram history books.
do you think we landed on the moon in 1969? Or think they're like, we
Mm.
gotta make this up just so we can get up there, like just so we can get up there and be the first country. Because USA always has to be the first on
I
everything.
think they actually did. I think they went to the moon. However, I think that it was not like
The time frame.
maybe
Or you
not the
think,
time frame or maybe not like what they actually thought it was or something like that because the US
yeah,
government gave Poland a moon rock and they when they whatever like not ionized it's something they carbon not carbon dated it's something some bullshit when they fucking read it it ended up being a piece of ashed wood, right? It wasn't even a rock from the moon. And
that's
but Buzz
crazy.
Aldrin punched somebody in the fucking face for as like an 82-year-old man. He punched somebody in the face for saying the moon landing was fake. So at the same time, you know what I mean? If we're,
Yeah,
I'd say the
I
moon
don't think it
landing.
matters.
I'd say the moon landing is one of the more believable things that the government has done. You know what I mean? Like I'd say I'm pretty firm on the fact that they did land on the moon, but
I just think it's
that
crazy how we can get up into space, land on something, and back in 1969,
yeah.
but we don't know anything about our oceans.
The difference is like a vacuum is different than pressure, right? So a vacuum is just nothingness, and pressure is condensing. So like with pressure, you have to find things that could either outpush the pressure, you know what I mean? Like keep the thing that you're submerging from in like, concaving and crashing in on itself, or it's like you have to find some type of material that would be able to withstand the pressure instead of being able to like outpush the pressure. You know what I mean? So it's a vacuum would be like you could put, as long as something is sealed with oxygen flowing, you could put
Yeah.
anything virtually in a vacuum. However, with the ocean, because of the pressure, you need strong materials. And like the thing with a material is like, okay, so you have to make the material, but then the farther you go down, the darker it is, right? Because you're getting farther away from the sun, so there's no light source. So not only do you have to make a machine that would be able to withstand you being able to be crushed by that pressure, but
Not even just like you
you'd have
don't
to make
need you
workable
to go down there.
windows
You just need a
or
camera that can get down there.
right, but then with a camera, you're gonna have to find a lens
Oh, they can't get
glass
crushed. Yeah.
that can't get crushed. You're gonna have to find it, be able to make it submersible with all the mechanics still working, and then a camera. You put a camera in a pitch black area, Preston. You're just gonna get a black screen. You're gonna have to figure out a light system that would work in there. And if you just brought a lamp down, the lamp would just fucking like, you know what I mean? So you'd have to legitimately find a way to like maybe you could use the same material that you would use for the lens as you would for like the case over the light, and maybe you could put the metal around the light or whatever material around the light, and then that's how you could do it. But then inside of it, would it still work? Would it still get crushed by all the pressure and stuff, right? And
That's
so
part.
like
I don't know anything about any of this stuff. I just
with with like
That's all
the
just so
ocean
fishy to
too,
me.
with the ocean too, like when you're
No
doing
pun
deep
intended.
sea, right? You fucker. When you're doing deep sea diving in like the ocean and stuff, like you have to be careful with how you come up from the ocean, because if you come up too
Yeah, I just learned
fast,
that.
you'll die. So it's like it's
There's the
insane, dude.
pressure.
Yeah, it's insane. So like there's so many factors that you have to go into that, and it's just
But the
like
space is the same thing. Like, if you go like up to a point, like you have to train for that stuff.
right,
You have to know
you
how
do have to
fast you have to
train for
go.
it,
Like you
but
have to.
like at the same time, it's not like it seems much more achievable than it does fucking diving deep down into the ocean and like using a light or like some type of visual to be able to see what's down there. You know what I mean?
I mean, don't we have like a Land Rover on Mars though?
Yeah,
Like how? I don't understand
not a
how we could
Land
get
Rover.
that.
I don't think it's a
What is
Land
it?
Rover.
It's like a R2D2 looking
Yeah,
fucker.
it's just a. I think
Like
it's
we're
a
able to
Mar. It's
figure
called the
out
Mars
that
Rover. I think a
thing
Land Rover's a car.
that they're like used on the moon. I don't know. Like we're getting way off topic. That's supposed to be YouTube. We're talking about the fucking moon and fucking oceans. I
It's
just
good. This is what podcasts are
I,
about, though.
I just don't understand it all. Like I probably never will.
Well, yeah, there's a reason why people say it's not rocket science, because rocket science is fucking out of this world. Which, if you ask a physicist, rocket science, I think it's physicist, one of the two, or maybe an engineer. Rocket science is genuinely easy. So like, it's weird. I don't know, but like, it's it's so insane, dude. To
So easy to fuck up too. Like
right, like the Challenger and like all that stuff. But it's so insane to think like we've put something that rover on Mars though, right? It's there forever. You're not getting that rover back. So
until we
it's
go there.
right if you can find it when we go there. So it's like they have to figure out a system to be able to go not only go to Mars but be able to come back from Mars. So
Yeah.
like someone's thinking like I think it was Elon said something about like a fueling station on the moon where you land on the moon and then you refuel your rocket and then you take off from the rocket to Mars, and then that should hopefully have enough fuel to get you back to the moon to refuel to go back to Earth.
I'll just be crazy, man. I don't know, man.
Could you imagine?
I'm good staying out of the ocean. I'm good
Yeah,
staying that.
out of
I'm gonna
space.
stay. Yeah, I'm good.
I'm good on
I'll
the
go to the
ground or
beach. I like the beach, but I don't know. You
I like
go
the
deep into
mountains.
the
Yeah,
ocean, like it's just not right. I've
yeah.
skydived, man, and I ain't scared. But you put me on a boat, what the fuck do you do? It starts sinking, man.
Dude, yeah, that's
I'm, I mean, if you freaking skydive, your parachute don't pull out. Worst case scenario. you just know what's about to happen. Your boat
So
starts sinking. You just gotta swim. What
so
direction?
the
You
fear of
can't drink it.
yeah, the fear to you is not knowing what's gonna happen because you could because if your parachute doesn't work, you're just gonna hit the ground and die, right? But
Yeah, simple.
if
In
you
a minute, two
if your
minutes,
boat sinks, you don't know what's out there that's gonna get you. So like
bro. My
that's to you
thoughts are gonna get me.
the
That's
fear
what
of
I'm saying.
unknown. Yeah.
It's my thoughts. Like you can make me go insane. And then sharks. Like I know there's not a lot of shark attacks, but like I feel
Oh,
like
they'll get you.
dolphins,
They'll get you.
whales, like they're all gonna be fucking with you. They're like, is that a human?
They don't
What the
even
fuck is going
recognize that it's
on?
a human,
Yeah.
bro. Like
They're gonna be like,
unless it's like a populated area, they won't recognize that it's a human. Like especially
oh heck no.
like a shark, if they see you like flipping around and shit like that, they're gonna think that you're fucking like a seal or something like that. Especially if you're in a wetsuit. Like this lady when I lived in Maine, this lady got there was two great white shark attacks in Maine when I lived there, and this lady was wearing a black scuba suit or like a surfer suit, and a great white shark came up right outside of her house and just ate her,
Fuck.
took her away, old lady. And I was like, yeah, like they thought she was a seal. It's like that's what they do. They snatch
They
you.
eat seal, yeah. And it's like we can't judge them. Like they're our predator. Like yeah. And yeah.
Yeah, they are
Like they
like
are
yeah,
predators. Like we get eaten by them. We don't
yeah.
really eat them. I
And
mean, we
like
got
even
I go
sharks that are
fishing.
around people genuinely like don't give a fuck. Like they'll try to eat you anyways. They don't give a fuck. But like dolphins, if dolphins are around people, they'll either try to like,
I'm scared of a dolphin.
get you
I think
or
I think they like to fuck with us. They're
yeah.
smart.
Yeah, they are. But I don't know, man. It's just like it's wild, dude. I just think
If y'all made it this far, go ahead and tell me ocean or mountain or plains. Like, do you like fucking Kansas, man? Yes, sir. Yeah.
give me the mountains. Give me the mountains any day of the week.
I mean, I guess you saw it all down in Maine, but like,
Yeah.
I've only been to the ocean like a couple times, less than five, like three, I think.
I've been
And every single
quite a
time I
few.
see the ocean, I just get this sense of like,
Yeah, it is like that. It is when you see the ocean,
when
especially like for the first
you
time, you're
go to
like,
the
"Holy
mountains, you're like, oh, look,
fuck!"
that's a mountain. Like,
Yeah, but I just enjoy the mountains more because of the air too, like all the streams and shit. It's
freedom.
so nice. And then like when you look down, like I have a video on my phone where I'm like I'm sitting on top of a mountain smoking. I go like this, and you can just see the roads and like the lakes and shit all through, and then like mountain ranges in the background. And it's just like when you're up there and you just like fucking smoke or like you're just like I'm a pothead, so. But like when you're up there and you're doing like, or you're just hiking, I love to hike. So like if you're just up there and you're just enjoying it and taking it in, dude, it's so fucking nice. It's like insane. Cause like,
Well, nature's just that way. Like,
yeah,
you
yeah,
go outside of nature and you find that, like, I'm gonna say meditate, but I'm not talking like you don't have to meditate to get to that Zen, I think is what
no.
it's called.
But if you just go out in nature and if you just sat there and closed your eyes maybe and just like listen for 30 seconds or so, like you're just like,
Yeah, buddy.
it feels so fucking good. It's just like,
Yeah, that
damn.
Zen. Like,
Yeah,
isn't it called Zen? Is like
yeah,
where you get the like spiritual feeling, like where
yeah,
like, and I feel like the problem with the ocean is it's very populated.
yeah.
You're not gonna be able to
It also
find like
stinks.
I don't know about that. I don't know.
The ocean stinks.
Fucking mountains are fucking. They smell like nature, man. I like that part.
The fucking pines and everything. Yeah, but like I don't
Every
know.
time I go to the mountains, I grab some
It
pine cones just because I. Oh, that's a
that was
mountain
the
right
best part
there.
about living in Maine, bro. Like everybody was like, "Oh my god, I don't know how you did it," because I did I show you that video where I had to shovel out 3 feet of snow from the car.
Oh,
Like
yeah, I think
it
so.
snowed so much that when I opened my front door, it was like to my fucking waistline, and so like I had to literally like trek outside, dig out the car. But like as I was out there, it was just like a cold, piney, like mountainy smell, and I was just like, oh my god, it was like from being from Kansas, dude, it was just like, oh my god, dude, it was just like one of the most like
We don't
euphoric
get those
things I've
smells.
done.
We get like
Yeah,
shitty smells. Like
yeah,
not like Texas type of smells, but we get like
dude, nah, like when I lived in Maine and then I came back here and I fucking like woke up and I went outside and I was just like every morning because I always went outside to let my dogs out in Maine.
yeah.
And so like when I came here, I woke up every morning and I still went outside just to like hang out and stuff. And I just like breathed in the air, bro. And it's just like city fumes or like not good smelling air or fucking, somebody's big old truck that smells or something like that. And I'm just
Yeah. I drive a
dude,
big old truck.
dude, it fucking hurts me so bad because I was like, oh God, I used to live somewhere so nice. So like it was just so like not like that at all. Is that the sand dude from?
Yeah, it's my new pop figure.
Damn, that's sick,
I got
bro.
him today. Bro, I saw him like, bro, this
That's
fucker
sick.
looks like he got a fucking turd on his back.
Oh, dude, it looked like before it focused in, it kind of looked like the sand tomb thing that he has on his back. You know that little jar. It
Yeah.
looked like those were his cheeks, and he was wearing a thong.
Oh fuck.
Yeah,
Look at that.
look at
Look at
that
that honk.
dumpy, bro. Look at that
That
dumpy.
dumb.
No, but yeah, I just feel like that's kind of like back into my YouTube thing. Is like I just really, really want to do more stuff in real life rather than just sitting inside playing video
If that
games.
makes you happy. It's all about being happy.
Right,
I think that this world's too short. Why
right.
stress it? Why hate it? I
And
mean,
it's
of
like,
course, there's always a reason to hate. I could always find a reason to hate my life. I could always find a reason
yeah,
to hate
it's a lot
somebody.
easier. It's a
But
lot
like
easier to hate things than it is to
forgiving
find the
is more
good.
like zen. Like I guess I don't know if that's the right word for
It's
it.
better
Not
for you.
yeah. Like if you always hate in your
It
life, you're
takes
always gonna have that. Like
not to sound like a hippie, but it takes energy to hate somebody.
if I ever get into a fight, like if I'm like fucking pissed, I'll go. I have to go to sleep after. I have to. Like it's the weirdest feeling. Like I'll just be like, bro,
Yeah,
I'll fall asleep. Like, but if like I'm having a fun time, I could be up all night talking. I could be,
right.
yeah, I gotta go to the restroom though.
All
What
right.
are we at?
I think we're at close to an hour.
What's doing now? I
You
feel
can
like we
go.
started at like 10:30.
I'll keep them going for a little bit. You can go. But no. So, hey guys, welcome back to the Alex Show. Um, no. So I don't think we've addressed it. We might have. We've been talking for a while, so I might have forgotten. But if you notice, it's only two of us this episode. Braden decided I think he's just going to be a guest, popping in every now and then. I'm not sure if I don't know what he's doing. I'll be honest. I don't know what he's doing. Braden, if you watch this, get your shit together, huh? Get your shit together, bub. Okay? Uh, but yeah, so it's just the two of us, obviously, if you haven't noticed by now. If you're wondering where Braden was, Braden slept through the calls and everything, and he was on, but then he was like, I don't want to do the podcast, so just go ahead and do it, and I'll play with you guys after or something. So, yeah. Okay. Okay.
I'm Paul.
What was that?
You like that? That was my dance move.
What was that? Okay, no, but like, I guess I'll dip into like the my goals in life shit because I haven't really done that. So, um,
It's cold.
like,
Cold.
I don't know, man. It goes back to what I said last week, kind of about being able to like support my mom and like put her up in a house and make her be able to like not be able to do her job anymore.
Also,
Um,
like what the consequences that come from your goals. Like, what would you
yeah,
say? Like
my goal is to be essentially successful in this. Like, I really want this podcast to do well. Like, I want to be successful in this podcast, and I
the
want
podcast? Gotcha.
the podcast. I want to reach my physical goals. Like, I grew up, I was chubby as fuck my entire life, so I want to reach my physical goals with just like be able to look good and have my like. I'm getting a six pack. I'm not gonna keep a six pack forever, but I'm just gonna get one for a while just to say I had one. Um, I want to be able to
You also say you
like
want to do like real life stuff.
yeah, I well that's more so like myself. Like I like my goal in life is to just generally be okay with being me because that's all anybody ever should just do. Like,
Like do what you want to do.
just be okay with being yourself. Like, you're going to come up short on some things. You're never going to be perfect, but just be okay with that, because that's the way life goes, and however it happened, it's supposed to happen that way. And just like when you give up and when you start looking down on the shit, that's when that's when you start to become a McDonald's worker. That's when you start to be not anything's wrong with working at McDonald's, because you got to go to work, you got to do your shit. Everybody needs McDonald's workers. Shout out to y'all. Shout out. But no, like that's when you start to become like homeless and like just not a great person to be around, or not a great person in general. So you just can't ever let yourself get down to that point where it's just like you're gonna feel like that. So I don't know. Essentially, like my life is just like my life goals are really just like I want to be able to say that I made it. Essentially, like I want to be like the first person in my family to be like, like
We
even
did
if
it.
even if it doesn't last, like I just
Come
want to
to
be
me.
able to, yeah, I just want to be able to say, like, like after all the shit that I've been through and all the shit that I went through in my
Here's
life,
five
and like
dollars.
on and on and on, just I want to be able to say that, like I was able to do this. Like I am whatever it is, like if it's fucking like I want to get into acting, I like to make music, obviously content, in real life stuff, like whatever it may be. I just want to be able to say that I did it. I want to be able to like fucking look at my mom and be like, look at all this. Like it was just me and you for how many years, and now like look at everything that I was able to fucking do, and it was just like just kind of like
Kind of
a
like look back at your portfolio of like
yeah,
your before and after.
yeah. It's just like a whole. I don't know. That's just essentially really my overall goal. If you had to ask me like one goal, what it would be, it'd just be like to be able to say I made it,
Succeed.
and like no matter what, it's like because I love football too. So like it could be like coaching football, or God forbid even playing football, anything, dude. Like I would bite at the chance just to say that I made it, because I have so many interests and like so many like things that I'm interested in that I could just like that I could fully pursue, and I would be happy pursuing those, and that like it would be able to get me to the point where I would be able to say, I fucking made it. I did it. You know. So that's just
No, that'd be the best part. It's
yeah,
like saying that.
that's it.
I totally get that.
By the way, we did this last week. I'm just very curious. What shoes do you have?
I am not wearing shoes.
Ah, gross.
I'm glad my socks are clean. Can you imagine they just come up all dirty?
I got the
Uh,
uh
I was wearing Crocs earlier.
I got the
If you're like asking.
Giannis. Got the Giannis Antetokounmpos. Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
those look nice. I like the gold on them. Um, who's your favorite podcaster?
Ooh, Goons. Gotta be Goons.
The Goon Squad or
Goons
whatever?
podcast. Yeah. Soup McNasty Blarg and Do. Oh god, I love it. Love it. It's my
Bro,
favorite.
I've been watching all of Theo Vaughn's recently.
Theo Vaughn's very good.
Bro, Theo Vaughn, like, I've heard that he's a better podcaster than a
Comedian.
comedian.
Uh
I'm not saying a lot because I think he did really good.
yeah, he's a very good comedian. That's a broad statement. Um oh gosh, oh gosh. I'm being
And
attacked by
he's,
oh gosh, I pulled
oh,
out my headphones. Hold on, Wolf Boy. I'd say Theo Vaughn is a very good comedian, and also a very good podcaster. But he's a I watch his podcast a lot, but he's a top tier comedian. Like he's a top tier comedian. Like
well,
he will go down as one of the greatest in history. Theo
I
Vaughn,
think so too. And he's down to earth. Like, he's
awesome.
lived his life.
He's
Like,
an awesome guy.
just meeting him was like, I don't even know. There's not a word for it. Like,
Surreal.
I guess, but like, you meet some people, even like, let's just say a cute girl or someone like that. You're like, it's just with him. It's like it just
Right.
felt right. It just felt
Mm-hmm.
like this guy is genuine. He's about his craft. He's
Yeah.
because you go. I don't know. I hate the whole perspective. Like, yeah, get on my face. You don't have a million subscribers. Get
Mm-hmm.
on my face. Like, Theo Vaughn will go talk to a homeless dude, I feel like, and put him on the podcast and be like, hey, like,
Yeah, if he's interesting,
tell me
yeah,
your tell me your stories. Like, man, I want to support you. Like, here's the
yeah,
like the link, go help him out. Like,
right,
let's get this guy going. Like, stay living, y'all.
yeah, gang
Like, I
gang,
just love, yeah, gang gang. I just love how like he just helps people out. Like, either if they're small or like, and he doesn't
yeah.
really get
He,
like give a fuck.
I love him, dude. He like does this a whole lot. He's like, yeah, man. So like, one time I was watching these two water buffalo fuck, and then all of a sudden somebody crawled out of their asshole, dude, and all of a sudden a
I
crow
liked
came up
it.
behind me and like I
He
just saw,
started watching too.
yeah, crow landed on my shoulder. I said, "What's up, man?" He just looked at me. Like that's just straight Theo Vaughn. I fucking love him, dude. I love him. He has this whole mannerism where he moves around. He's like, I think, I think,
What he said like whenever he was on the stage, he's like, so oh yeah, that's right, or
oh
something. What did
yeah.
he do?
He's like,
So basically,
how you doing, man? I'm doing good. How you doing, man? I'm doing
yeah.
good. That's what he kept doing.
How you doing? I'm
Yeah,
doing good. Thanks for asking, man.
yeah.
I didn't get
Just
into his
like
joke, man.
he just kept doing that. He's like, so anyways, how you doing, man? He's like, I'm doing good.
Do
He's
you
like
pay
dancing
attention
his
to the
own.
Neck Boys?
No, no, I don't really watch them. They're too I don't want to get political, but they're a little bit too right wing and tied to like the idiots on Twitter for me. So I kind of steer clear of all stuff like that because I try not to get like too political either leaning way, but I just like they're funny, they're very funny, but I just feel like they do shit that's just kind of like they're trying to stir people up, and
Oh,
it's
it's definitely
that's
that. They want to
that's
stir
how you
people
get
up.
views, that's how you get views, but it's just like
I think they're good with what they do. I think it's
yeah,
cool
very good,
because I bring them up because Theo Vaughn and them have been
yeah,
like intertwining in their groups, and it's
yeah,
cool hearing like I don't know because he's like 12 years ago. We're going back around except in a different direction, like at
right,
360 you heard, but like Theo Vaughn's like becoming friends with them,
right. We're
like
doing
he
a
had
360 but reverse counterclockwise.
yeah reverse kind of forwards exactly. Like Theo Vaughn's like that's how down to earth he is. He's able to just adapt to anyone, just like and it's just
Yeah.
it don't matter what type of content you do or whatever you do. Like, it's not as long as you're just a genuine human being.
Well, I mean, I kind of
I
feel like
don't
we
hate.
also, yeah, I kind of feel like we also relate to him though because he's so genuine, but like you got to look at it at the same time, like he kind of just wanted to be loved growing up. You know what I mean? Like I feel like he just kind of wanted like like something just amazing. Like I just feel like he wanted like a good life, and like looking back on the stuff, like it's so sad when you see how like when you see him get sad about his life growing up, bro. He just wanted to be loved, bro, and it's just
He
like,
says something like,
damn, man.
"Yeah, man, I want Kelsey to love me, but yeah, now she got two kids."
POV Hatter, no, Jack. That's an inside joke. Oh God. Okay. Yeah, no, but yeah, I'd say. What about you, Theo Vaughn? Your favorite?
Oh, for sure, Theo
Yeah.
Von. Like hands down, like I could watch Theo Von all
Yeah.
day long, just because, like, I mean, even as a comedian, I think he'd be my favorite comedian. I
Yeah.
think the way he like portrays
Oh
himself,
yeah,
like
comedian. If you're asking me, comedian, he's definitely my favorite. I think him. He's one. Do you know who Stavros Halkias is? I can't say his last name is, but or his last name, but
I think so,
Stavy. He's so fucking funny. I love him. And then let's see, my third. I'd say Dave Chappelle. Probably my third.
bro. Dave Chappelle,
I love him. I love Dave Chappelle so much, bro.
bro. I haven't even watched the Dave Chappelle show ever, just because of the beef he got into. Like I was gonna go
Dude.
watch it, and then he was like, "Don't go watch it. They're
Yeah.
not paying me." I'm like,
Don't watch my fucking show. They taking my money. I love
"Yeah,"
him. I love Dave Chappelle so much.
and
He's a
like
motherfucker. I'm Dave Chappelle.
it's not like he's like the best like comedian. He's the
Right.
best storyteller,
Yeah, yeah. He's
and
fucking. He's
it's not like
phenomenal.
it's like he doesn't put it in a funny aspect, but it's
It's
like
not like he has like
it
a fucking punchline. Really, he never
yeah,
really has like a punchline. It's just fucking consistently gut wrenching hilarious throughout the entire thing.
yeah. It's
Like,
like gut wrenching, yeah.
yeah, it just is so like I remember watching fucking his first two specials I watched were his two that he put on Netflix. Like his, I think it was his comeback, his first two comeback specials that he did. I'm pretty sure, and it was like around the time that I was like super into psychedelics and shit. So I watched one, and I watched the Morgan Freeman intro, and he's like, "This is Dave Chappelle. He's a normal man," and I was like, I fell so much in love with it, and then it started, and he started like he just started ripping right off the bat, just hilarious ass jokes, and I was just like, that kind of like what that's kind of like what introduced me to like stand up comedy. Like I saw Kevin Hart's and stuff, but like I never really got into it after like until I
Yeah,
started
Dave
watching
Chappelle, I
Dave
think so
Chappelle.
too, yeah.
Yeah. So I'd say Dave Chappelle, if not like it's of course it's not in any like ranking like oh I like Theo Vaughn better or like whatever, you know what I mean? But like
Oh, it just
I
saw who you want to watch
if Dave
when you're watching
Chappelle's
it.
probably in my opinion one of the greatest comedians who has ever lived.
Oh, and it always will be.
Yeah.
Like there just no like the way he can portray the story
Right.
will
I feel
get
like
to your heart and you're like, damn, I feel bad, but he made me laugh. Like
Chris Rock and Eddie Murphy, dude, they used to fucking be so good. They used to make me cry as a little kid because I would laugh so hard. But like now, like you just they don't do any like stand. They retired
no.
from stand up and like all that stuff, and it's just like it's not like they're not as good anymore, but they're just not as relevant anymore. Like they haven't been relevant in like the stand up comedy scene, like in terms of specials and however many years. And it would be so great to get one of those specials, but it's just like Dave Chappelle to me is just so fucking untouchable.
Theo Vaughn had a like something about that, like how like specials are I don't really remember how it goes. I won't even talk about it just because I don't remember how it
Yeah, you don't
goes.
want to ruin his bit.
Yeah, well, it wasn't even a bit, but it was like how like specials are good and sometimes they can be bad or something because
Yeah,
like people aren't watching. I think it was with Andrew something, but like
Santino.
his yeah, um, how like he's getting famous because he's putting his short clips onto YouTube, and as a generation now, we're all watching TikToks. We're all
Yeah,
watching these things. He's really changing the wave because like it's hard for someone to go watch 2 hours of a like whole entire what's it called stand up.
yeah.
Even though like you're able to pause it, you're gonna end up having to go do dishes or something. You're gonna end up getting lost. So I just thought it was interesting how you said that. With that being said, who's your favorite YouTuber?
Um, it was a little bit harder for me. What, Mr. Beast for you?
Yeah, Mr. Beast would be mine. Just I don't know if you have you watched this recent video?
The blind
It
people
just
one?
yeah,
No, I haven't watched that one.
like that one almost made me cry just because like
Yeah,
who else
that's
is doing
insane.
stuff like that?
That's really insane. Yeah. Uh,
Like I mean,
and
he's not doing everything for everyone, but who can do that?
yeah, I
But
just don't really watch his videos, but I would love to meet him as like in real life or like I've heard things that he might be not like the greatest person or whatever, but I doubt those are true. Um, I
oh,
doubt it at
and
all.
like
Like, well, from the contestants from like the 100,000 people or the 100 people or 1,000 people or whatever the
he's
fuck it was.
doing 10,000 things all at once.
Yeah,
Like
like exactly. So I don't necessarily believe that shit at all.
I think
But
he's so
I
genuine
would
and wants
love
to
to meet
help.
that guy. Yeah.
I think he would be a person like if you got on his friend list, you could actually like he wants to learn from you. And like if you can be like a value to him, he'll always take care of you. I feel like
It's not
because
even like
he
yeah.
calls his like homies, like his circle, every single day. And it's like,
Yeah.
can you imagine getting a call from Mr. Beast like about help? The number
Right.
one YouTuber on this community or number one person probably in this world right now. Not like genuinely like person.
Yeah.
Just because like there's not really much hate to him.
Yeah.
Because like the president might have a million followers or something. But Mr. Beast has 1.2 130 million fucking subscribers.
That was a great number. 4.100 million, 130
Yeah.
million. I enjoyed
Yeah.
that.
Words are hard right now. But anyways, and then he has different channels. Like that's just one channel. Like in different countries. Like
Yeah.
he has like millions of subscribers there, millions of subscribers there. That's why I said the whole world. He's
Yeah.
probably like I don't know. That's why I think he's not getting canceled. Like
No.
it's not like he's like Logan
Yeah.
Paul.
Yeah. He's
Like
not
where
doing
he's
anything.
stealing money.
He's not doing anything shady or sketchy or anything like that. But
The only thing shady he's doing is like selling his chocolate bars or like selling his merch. He's like, yeah, go spend some money. Like I need some more money to make more
well, I
videos.
mean, that's not shady. That's just he's
Oh
just
no, but
monetizing stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's smart.
I mean, I think
Well,
I think personally it would just be cool just to talk to him and just to kind of pick his brain about how he views YouTube and how he views how to make content and stuff like that. Not even
and
necessarily
people
like
do. Like
yeah,
if you go watch his podcast, like that he's done, like he thinks YouTube's going to be here. There's no
yeah,
competition, like we were saying earlier before.
yeah,
There's nothing to be done about YouTube.
right,
Like
yeah. I
no
don't know
one's even trying.
I would prefer it to just be off the fucking books too. Like nobody has a camera in his
Oh yeah.
face or whatever. Like if you just fucking just be able to talk to the dude. Um,
I
but
feel like I wouldn't be able to talk to him like even if we had a good idea here.
yeah,
I feel like we couldn't talk. I feel like I couldn't talk to him just because
yeah.
starstruck and like he's a powerful dude. Not like he doesn't
You're
have
talking
nukes
like
and
he's
shit.
Putin. I was gonna say you're talking like he's fucking Vladimir Putin, bro.
But I feel like if he wanted you to get off the platform, he could. Just because he could
I
find some.
possibly,
I'm. I don't know yet, but like
possibly.
I think he doesn't want people to get off the platform. Like if they're gonna, if he's at
I
that
don't
point, like
personally think he's that petty of a person, though. I don't think he would ever care
yeah,
enough about somebody to try to kick them off YouTube.
even whenever like someone gets fired from his place, he will write a review like, "Hey, they want to come work here. Here's my like recommendation, like from Mr. Beast."
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I think for me, like a personal YouTuber that I'd say my favorite is uh I'd say Pat McAfee because he's a YouTuber. Like that's what he does most of the time. He just is a YouTuber. And so like he's not a traditional YouTuber in the sense of like he makes like content or like he fucking like uploads a video or like anything like that. But he live streams. He's a live streamer. So he live streams every single day on YouTube and
And
like
that's a lot, like
yeah. And
mentally, like
Monday through Friday, and he has a fucking like he has offices and people that work for him, and like I get that he was an NFL player, but like if we're talking
he
like
was,
huh?
he was.
Yeah, he was a punter for the Colts.
Oh, okay, I know who you're
Yeah,
talking about
he
now.
wore number one. Yeah, so yeah, like
He was number one.
yeah, exactly, bro,
If you know,
exactly.
you know.
And so like I'd say probably him, but if we're going in terms of just like a fucking casual YouTuber, somebody that just started on the platform, I'd have to say Soup. I'd have to say Sniping Soup is genuinely
He's
like
funny.
if you just listen to him in his podcast and like the Goons podcast, he seems like one of the fucking sweetest people you could ever goddamn meet. Like he just seems so genuinely nice. Like even if he fucking makes like crazy jokes, like he
It's just
seems
jokes at
like
the end of the day.
yeah, and he seems like he is just probably like one of the best people that you could probably fucking hang out with. And like hang out with him like on his turf, you know what I mean? Like it around his area because he knows what he could get away with. So then you could get like the full value of like Dallas as a person, Sniping Soup Dallas as a
Yeah,
person, as opposed to like the YouTuber Soup or like somebody who's like a little bit uncomfortable in their area. Like I feel like it'd be so cool just to like hang out with that
hang out with
motherfucker
him.
for a day. That
What
would be
about
so fucking
celebrity?
funny. Celebrity, are we doing alive or dead? Because we did this like last week, I think.
Alive.
We're doing alive.
Most fun to hang out with. Not your favorite, but like
Yeah, most
what do
fun
you
to.
think about
Oh,
like most genuine, like
Joe,
just like having
genuine.
a good time.
I have one that automatically came into my head, but
Eh,
Dan Bilzerian, that motherfucker lives life crazy,
Bro, you be fucking living.
dude. Insane. I would, dude. Oh my god, just to hang out with him or live with him for a fucking day, and just like no strings.
Yeah,
Like he didn't have to go to
you
work
just
or
be
like do
living.
any work or anything, but like he just like a casual one fucking day where he just was like, we're gonna fucking party all day. Oh my god, that would be so sick.
All the ladies, all the fucking money.
I
Yeah.
I just think I don't even know about the fucking women, bro. I just think that like just hanging out with him and just being in that motherfucker's presence and just like
Just like,
he's chiseled like a god, Preston. He's chiseled like a god, and just like being able to sit next to that motherfucker, like let's just say you were equally as chiseled or just a little bit less, and just like smoking a cigar on his boat, just like sitting there, just like so rich, just like money isn't even basically a thing anymore. Oh my
yeah, I
god, that would
can't
be
smoke a cigar. That ain't my.
that'd be insane. What about you? Famous person, celebrity,
I'd have to go with Post Malone.
posty?
I want to go to his freaking ranch, man. I
That'd
want
be
to go
fun.
shoot guns. I want to go fucking drive his shit. Like,
That'd be
he
fun.
seems like such a genuine dude.
Yeah,
I've watched a couple podcasts of him, and he's just joyful, man. It
yeah.
just seems like he'd be like, bro, come here for a hug. He smell like cigarettes and beer, but he's just like a redneck that like got famous
Yeah,
and
cigarettes
is an
and Bud
awesome
Light.
dude.
What?
But it'd be
Yeah,
cool. But I think it'd be cool just to like get to talk to him.
yeah, and like that's the thing that I feel like a lot of people kind of like deep
Don't
down,
see.
deep down they kind of like they don't really feel like that. I feel like a lot of people like would want to hang out with Post Malone or like somebody rich like that because they would see that they would be with them and then they'd get tagged and like all that shit. You know what I mean?
I don't
Like,
care about that.
yeah, I would just
I think he's a
genuinely want
genuine
to
dude.
spend a fucking like just spend some time with these motherfuckers just to like not even if we just don't even talk about YouTube or anything. I just want to see how these motherfuckers operate because I feel like that would be so fucking just hilarious. Like Soup probably doesn't even do anything different to us that we do, but I feel like going out to the bar with him or like going fishing with him would be just so fun. I don't even really like fishing, but like that'd be so fun.
Bro, anything can be fun with beer.
All right.
But like,
Preston is the resident alcoholic on this podcast, by the way.
but like,
Yeah,
whatever.
exactly, motherfucker. Exactly, bro.
I don't know. It's just fun. Like, you just go and like get drunk, and then you stumble out. We used to joke about this in construction, but like, bro, I'm gonna go fishing just because I'm gonna go on the boat. I'm gonna drink a whole bunch of beers. I'm gonna drown. I'm gonna drown. Does that sound fun? No. We'll stay on the bank, get drunk, but oh man.
No, yeah, it's just like I don't know. I feel like those people would be. They're not even probably like total. Dan Bilzerian is probably so fucking different, but Post and Soup, I don't feel like are
Oh, those two would be
too
amazing.
different from regular people. Um,
Well, I think Post, he's done well. Like,
yeah,
even though, like, I'm not talking like famous wise,
yeah,
he's like genuine human. I feel like
yeah.
you just hear how he talks to people. You can tell like he cares about how people's feelings
Oh
are.
yeah,
It's not like I'm a rock star and walks in like that. He's like, "Hey man, how's it going?" Like,
yeah.
"Oh, you're not having a good day, man? Why not? What's going on?"
Drop my phone. Um, yeah. I just think that those. I don't know. I feel like that also to tack onto the end goal, like that would be where I would want to be viewed as is like somebody that would be approachable, but also like,
Oh, I'd never want to be a douchebag.
yeah,
Like, yeah, I want to be the, even if I had like all the millions of followers,
right,
I want to be the dude that sits there in the restaurant taking photos, taking signatures. Like, I don't want to fucking be like, I don't care if it takes 3 hours of my day. Like, that's what I'm in it for. Like it's to make people's day. You're gonna
Right.
make this little 6-year-old's life.
Right.
Like we met Theo Vaughn. That's gonna make her like it's gonna be there for the rest of our lives.
Right. Yeah. I know.
That's the coolest
It
part.
is cool to like see his podcast and be like, dude, I fucking met this dude. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
and
if you met him,
I dapped him up and everything. Like,
yeah, yeah. But if you met him, it was like he's
your
like, "Get the
uncle
fuck out of
touched
my
his
face,"
ass.
and he wants to even mad.
He said, "We
Like,
all just
what if
trying to live
the
life, baby."
yeah? What if he was like, "Bro, don't touch my fucking ass." Like, you get all pissy
Like,
and
you could have got, even though it was an
I could
accident,
want yeah,
it could have went way south, and he could have yeah, it
like
could have
just
went bad.
kicked us out. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and then every time we watch it, like he's this just has an act. But when
Right.
you see it, it's real
So
life
now, can
and
you
real
watch Wild and
genuine.
Out though? After that girl flirted with you?
I don't watch Wild now,
No, you don't watch it. Not even after that.
but I met this guy right here, Steve-O,
Yeah.
and I don't know. I haven't watched a podcast after him just because I don't know. He just didn't seem genuine. He just seemed like,
Yeah. He's also been doing this for a long fucking time.
yeah,
So he's probably over it by now, but he's only doing it just to keep money in his pockets.
yeah, that's what it seemed like. But
Yeah.
I mean, he is a good, like,
I'm
deep
sure he's a
down,
good
he's a
guy.
do good.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. Do you think we should have hit one last question, just to, like wrap everything in full circle?
uh Fuck it. We'll do one good old question here, send her out. Um
Because we've almost been at it for 2 hours now.
yeah, so what should we hit this last one?
Because we talked about how like what we were doing this whole week and stuff, and then what was the next thing we talked about?
I couldn't even tell you. I literally could not even tell you, bro.
Maybe it was
Uh
goals in life,
yeah, we hit genuinely all of these topics, but we just like didn't.
except like two.
Well, yeah, but we didn't like really. Here, we'll end it out on a fucking tier list. You want to do that? We'll end it out on a tier list. Okay. Top three video game characters.
Okay.
All right.
We'll go 1-1.
No, just shoot your top three. Go.
No. I got to do
All right.
1-1.
All right. At bottom three, you'll start at three and you'll move up to one. Okay.
Ghost.
Ghost is number three for you.
Yeah.
All right. From Call of Duty. I like that. I like that.
Modern Warfare 2. When he fucking bro, that was a fucking
I'm gonna
trip.
go number three would be Ethan from Pokemon Soul Silver.
Okay.
That motherfucker had the coolest design, the backwards hat, the hair sticking out like a crazy in the front with the red hoodie or in the yellow pants or whatever it was. Motherfucker had drip, bruh. Drippy dine.
Yeah, I can feel that. I'm gonna have to go with God of War, the Sun.
Kratos. Oh, Atreus.
Trey is fucking bro.
Atreus is your number two favorite video game character of all time?
Just someone I
That's
really
sick.
like
All
playing.
right, yeah. Did you play the new one?
No, I
Dude,
don't have a PlayStation.
you get to play as him in the new one.
Yeah, I know. I thought he was badass in the fucking
Dude,
one before.
Dude, I personally loved his fucking playing, like the movement when you played with him. It felt so fluid and fast, and just like
Well,
you could beat the shit out of everybody.
yeah, and bro, just you just have to play the game. It's hard to even explain. It's just like, bro,
That's honestly an underrated pick, but I fuck with it. I fuck with it. Um, let's see. My number two. Gotta go
these are
with
just right off the spot. Like
I gotta go with Master Chief.
Master Chief, yeah.
He's so iconic. He is so iconic, and it's just Master Chief is just a fucking monster,
Master
bro.
Chief is Master Chief.
He's a monster. Okay, and that's all I gotta say.
I'm trying to think of another one.
Of your number one, your favorite video game character of all time?
Maybe Spyro
The Dragon?
the Dragon. I love that
This
game
is
as a kid.
such an underrated tier list. Wow.
But these are just right off the dome.
Wow. I fuck
Like the
with
ones
it.
that come
I
to my
fuck with
mind.
it. You're swinging for the fences on these, bruh. I fuck
Because
with it.
Spyro, I played a lot of Spyro as a kid. The new
Yeah.
Spyro that came out, I'm like, it didn't hit the same as the
Right.
old Spyro.
Right.
Or Bandicam or what's it called?
Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know which one of the two, but like those two were fucking busting as a kid.
For my number one, I gotta go. I gotta go Cal Kestis
What's that?
from Star Wars Fallen Order.
Okay.
Love him. Loved him in Gotham as the Joker, both versions. Love him as the Jedi, Cal Kestis. Cameron Montague. Amazing character. Great character. Didn't have any of like these tropes where like they got mad at people for no reason or anything like that. Like he just felt like a solid character. He feels so solid and I can't wait for Jedi Survivor. And dude, oh my god. Like a close I was debating on putting him there or Marvel's Spider-Man, but they also
Yeah, that game was
I
good.
really love the Spider-Man from the Marvel game, but I think I got to give it to Cal Kestis because it's just like that dude is just that performance, the game, like everything. It just felt like, even as Spider-Man felt like a movie, that felt even more so like a correct Star Wars movie. And I feel like I like it so much because of the shitty Star Wars movies, the last three movies that were shitty. And I think I like it so much for that specific fucking reason that it's just like it was like almost a return to the good Star Wars. You know what I mean?
How like you say how you put that in like Return of the Good Star Wars.
Yeah. Like no more of whatever the hell those were. Please.
Do you like the Baby Yoda?
I love him. I love Grogu. Love that motherfucker. He's right there on my wall. Right there.
Hey.
Love that motherfucker.
All right, before we
But
head
yeah.
out,
Yeah, what's up?
you like the back wall?
The back wall. Let's see what we got there. We got a kid. Is that a Kid Cudi poster? I can't really see it. I think I see the.
Yeah, that's good.
All
I can't
right.
really have the Kid Cudi poster in frame for it to
Um,
look decent.
you got Jolteon, Flareon, Eevee. You got Naruto back there. I fuck with it. Vaporeon down there. You got? Do you got any others on behind your mic? What, what the fuck is that guy next to Vaporeon?
It's Sasuke.
Oh, Sasuke. Okay, and then you got. Oh, damn, bro, you stacked over here. And then what are those to your left? Are those Pokemon boxes, like Pokemon card
Yeah,
boxes? Right there.
that's the
Yeah.
Charizard box that just came out. That's the RCS V Star box. They
Yeah.
both have like cool looking pins and stuff and all that.
All right.
That's like the EV like 3 ones I got.
Yeah.
Um, skateboard, signed skateboard by Steve-O, mask by Itachi.
Well, goddamn. I just.
And then I gotta figure out where to put this.
I have fucking what? Pat McAfee chugging a beer. It's kind of hard to see. I have Theo Vaughn's poster right there. Grogu.
Bro, that I got that downstairs.
Fucking Gohan's right here. Neville Longbottom being picked up by Pixies is right here. I have all these Hemper stickers right here and all throughout here. They all are Hemper and they say have like different designs on them. The 49ers jersey, 49ers cards right here, and then I have designs of this is Luffy and Naruto and that's Gohan right there.
Okay.
That's my background. I need to get more because I need to get some over this way and take off all that shit right there. This
I
blasphemous
feel like
bullshit.
I feel like next time we uh, have a podcast, we gotta do top three characters
What do you mean characters
from a show.
from a movie or show?
I don't like movie. We'll say that for a different
All
time. I
right,
think for a show.
all right. I fuck
Because
with that.
I feel like a movie, I gotta like think. For a show, I could easily pop three right now, but I want to save that one.
All right, guys. So you heard it here. Come back next week to see where our top three TV show characters are to figure out who they are. But yeah.
Or you can guess.
Or you can guess and leave it in the comments, and we'll let you know if they're right or wrong in next week's episode. But you have to watch to find out. So without further ado, guys, we're going to go ahead and call it there. I want to thank you for joining us on Off the Sticks Podcast, Episode 2. It's been a lovely time. Preston and I, we persevered through it all. We got done with it at 12:36. 12:36, and we were supposed to record at 7. Through hell or high water, we will get this podcast done, and we will get it out. So,
hopefully it comes out Sunday.
Make sure you go ahead and slap your nuts on that subscribe button. Go ahead and serenade.
Whoa. Of age. If you don't have age.
Slap your nuts on the subscribe button. Go ahead and Gucci flute the goddamn like button.
Gucci flute flip-flops.
And go ahead and click on any video we might have posted around here. I think Preston's channel should be like here probably. My channel will be like here. And there'll be some videos over there. So go ahead and go watch those. And yeah, we out of here.